Hello again, welcome to another Maya tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a basic room, just the interior walls, and we'll fake the thickness of the door frames and the windows, show you some of the best techniques and the easiest way to take out windows and doors. Alright, so first off I'm just going to make a simple room here on my grid, like so. Pull it up. Alright. Alright, so we could take out windows and doors with Boolean difference. The problem with Boolean difference, however, is that if we take it out of there, we have these interior faces we need to delete, like so. But then also, if you notice, this face is no longer a quad. We have a cutout in the middle. This is a quick way to mess up our geometry. And it kind of, it'll kill our workflow in the long run. So I really don't like using Boolean difference when I'm taking out windows or doors of an object like this. I'm gonna make this a little wider. The best way that I found to do it is just you get the insert edge loop tool. Sorry, that's edit mesh, insert edge loop tool, and say we want a rectangular window here. Let's come in here, draw out our edges like so. Hit W to get out of that. Go to face, delete. So now we have this nice geometrically clean window taken out of our room that won't cause us any pain or blowback in the long run. As you can see, all the faces around it are perfect quads. We don't have to worry about non-quads bothering us later. These are really easy to move. It's easy to move the height up and down of this window. Just like the edges, and then you can click and drag. You could also do it with vertices. So there's a lot of advantages to doing it this way. I'll show you how to take out a door real quick. Same sort of method. Get the insert edge loop tool, drag out some edge loops, and if we keep it quads, this our insert edge loop tool will work really well. Whoops, for what we need it for. Also, right after you insert edge loop, it's selected, so that if you don't like where it's placed, you can hit the W key and you can move it around. It's handy to know. And then select my faces, delete. So now we have a nice little door as well. I was like, well, if you look in here, you notice this is a pretty small room. There's not a whole lot of room in here. It's actually smaller than my dorm room. So we're gonna expand this wall out a little bit, and it's really easy if our workflow is like this. So I'm gonna make an L-shaped room. Just gonna extrude, pull it out, like so. So as you can see, we now have a nice L shape here. I want to take another window out of this side. I'm gonna go back to my insert edge loop tool, drag out an edge loop. Go to face, delete. Also, if you keep your edge loops lined up, your horizontal ones, all your windows will be the same height. This could be a good and a bad thing, depends what your workflow is like. It just depends. Okay, so now I've taken out some windows and doors. It's really annoying because if you're in here trying to work with this, and you're like, okay, I'm in here. Oh, you rotate a little bit and you start going through the wall, and all this weirdness happens, and it's really frustrating. Because we did it the way we did it, and it's only a single cube, we can come over here to the attribute editor for our cube, and we can come over, uncheck double-sided, and check opposite. This will give us a nice interior view of our room. So it's like in movie sets, the wall behind the camera is usually never there. This is the same sort of idea. We can get wider shots and we don't have to worry. All we have to do is make sure that the floor and or ceiling or walls is in frame. See down here, it's not in frame anymore, so we'd want to zoom into like that. But if we had this turned off, as you can see, we're actually physically outside of the room. So this will give us a big advantage doing it like this, because then we can cheat how far outside we are. Well, you might say that if you do it like this, you don't have the thickness on the doors and the windows like you should. Well, there's a way to address that. If we go to edges, I'm going to actually go back to my object mode and turn double-sided back on so it's easier to see my edges from the exterior. Go to my edges, select my edges, and we're just going to extrude our edges out, giving us a nice faux depth to our windowsills and doorways. I'm going to do the windows first. Extrude, I'm just going to pull them out like so. They're all pulling out the same, looks like. Nice and easy. And then I'll just guess on the door, because we're going to have to do the door a little differently because we're pulling out a ground edge, sorry. So hit extrude. See if we pull this out, it's going to do weirdness to this. So what I'll do is I'll center like this, pull it out, and guess on the depth. And since this is a doorway, not a window, it doesn't have to match perfectly, but we can get it pretty close, like that. Let's go back to object mode, and we go into our room here. As you can see, now our windows have a nice thickness. We could stick a plane of glass in there, so we'd get some refractions or whatever of light coming in. And the only way you're going to be able to tell that it's not legit is if you're outside. Then it shows up like that. But we shouldn't be taking any exterior shots of our room. Even if you were to implement this in a larger project, you would have modules like this and you would build them together and then put an exterior around everything. All your rooms would be connected, but you would never see this outside face of the room. So there is a quick introduction on some of the techniques of making a room. As you can see, we can add on to our room easily. We can take out windows and doors easily. We can add thickness to our windows and doors without much of a problem. We have a really nice method so we can work on the outside and see the interior very easily. And this will give us a nice basis to work with. We won't be dealing with non-quads and keep our geometry nice and clean. So hope this was helpful, and hope to see you all in my next video.